Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World. If you hear any background noise, because I'm on the road, and I got an emergency phone call from Vigalantee, who's one of my favorite hip-hop artists out of Kansas City, Kansas, not Kansas City, Missouri. And he told me that, and this was a surprise to me, he told me that Lil Wayne apologized on stage to the family of Emmett Till. And this was obviously of interest to me because it was because of a piece that we wrote on Your Black World that led to Lil Wayne losing his deal with PepsiCo. And I've been very direct in terms of letting Lil Wayne know that I think he can be better than what he is. So I'm actually quite happy to hear he apologized. I hope it was sincere, and I hope he realizes that our criticism does not come from a place of hate. It comes from a place of love. So, Vigalantee, I want to ask you, man, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I can't complain. You know, just optimistic about the future of awareness of getting black people to the business of getting things done.
Well, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff. So as a fellow hip hop artist, I mean, you've been pretty critical of what you've kind of seen happening in the industry. You've been, you were concerned about Lil Wayne's book deal that he made with Al Sharpton, which was ironic that the deal came out right after Sharpton went to meet with PepsiCo about Lil Wayne. And I don't know what was happening in that meeting. I just decided not to participate. And the people, the Till family decided to let Sharpton kind of take the lead, which, that's their prerogative. But I was just glad to have helped to facilitate things. So, how did you feel, when you heard about this apology? I mean, did you think it was sincere? I mean, what do you think this means?
Well, I think I saw it. I saw the clip. I also ran the clip. I sent the clip to Chanel to look at. It's better late than never, as the title I put on.
Wait. Let me jump in. So Chanel, who is Chanel?
Chanel is she is a great writer for Your Black World. We call her Madam President.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you mention that because a lot of the audience doesn't know who Chanel is. Chanel is Madam President, spoken word artist that is part of Your Black World. But keep going.
Yes, I get her up and let her know, and I hit you up. I saw it. It was during a concert where he was, getting it crunk, popping it, doing his thing. Then right towards the end of the song, he said, I apologize to the Emmett Till family. Then he went on to, finish out the set. So I think it's a start. It's almost like that thing you do. I think it's like a pride thing. It's like, I know I messed up. Let me see, can I slip it in here? And then, we reach it. But like you said, it wasn't did to hate on Lil Wayne. It was like, be aware of what you do. And we're not to the point that you can't come back and change your life if you're sincere about it. It's hard to say that I know if he's sincere, but for him to put it in a song or a remix of a song he was doing in front of a big crowd like that, it's a start. It's at least a start.
Now, do you know the logistics in terms of where he was performing or who he was performing for and all that? What song he was performing? Would you know anything about the scenario where this all went down?
It's a crunk song. I really didn't get a chance to really look at where he was doing that, but it just happened yesterday. So it happened yesterday. So I guess wherever little tour he's on, I guess he would have been on, ironically, he would have been on the Mountain Dew tour right about now. So whatever tour that he's continuing to do, he did it on stage. He had his shirt off, and the crowd was pumped. And then right within the end of that set, he said, I'd like to apologize to the Emmett Till family. Then the song came back on. He kept doing the crunk. So I couldn't really figure out which song it was, but later in the later article, we can put that out there. But he did it recent.
Well, I think that's really interesting, and I think, the first thing I would say to Lil Wayne is, the apology is accepted, and I hope that he also understands that actions speak louder than words, especially from a powerful man like him, like President Obama. When I hear Obama say something, I say that's great. Your voice is powerful. We need your voice. But then I say, okay, now we also need your action because we're in a crisis mode. Black America has kind of hit rock bottom. The Trayvon Martin case was just the latest of tragedies that have hit us. We've lost a lot of our voting rights. We have been hit by an unemployment crisis of epidemic proportions. Mass incarceration has destroyed our entire community, where 1 in every 9 black children has a parent in prison. In fact, the United States incarcerates more black men today, a higher percentage of black men today than South Africa did during apartheid. So, we need our strong voices to speak up against this. And I think Lil Wayne's a strong guy. I don't think he's a wimp. I don't think he's a dummy. Lil Wayne is actually quite brilliant, quite brave. And, I would love to have had the opportunity to educate him, to speak to him and to kind of say, look, I think you could be better than this. And I think if you take that voice and use that voice in the way hip-hop was designed to be used, as a voice for the people, a voice for empowerment, he can do amazing things. And the thing is that Lil Wayne and you and I, we're all on the same team. With Lil Wayne, when I listen to his music, and I do listen to it, I listen to it very carefully because I like a lot of his music. When I listen to it, I hear the pain from where he's come from. I hear about his friends who have died. I hear about his friends that are in prison. I hear about the experiences his struggles with drugs, the struggles of his community. I hear when he talks about the struggles in Hurricane Katrina and the pain that black people went through there. So my argument is, why are we fighting? We should not be fighting. But the problem is that if you are glorifying the genocide of young black boys, I can't be your ally. I can't support that. And so that puts me in an awkward position where I end up fighting another black man, and I really don't want to do that. So, give me your take, as an artist. I am a person who loves hip-hop, but you are a person that actually does hip-hop, and you release a lot of albums. Your latest album is called Black Revolution Inside Out. And so tell me, what is your thought in terms of where things can go from here as far as Lil Wayne trying to find a path to redemption, assuming that he's interested in that?
Okay, it's like the title, man, Black Revolution Inside Out, man. The irony of that title is that that's what we need. We need a revolution within our own community before we can take it out to the world. And I hope that him as an artist, you paint pictures. And you can paint multiple pictures of where you come from. I'm not saying that you can't go party and have a good time, but at the same time, you have to look at the temperature. I just want him to have a gauge of what's going on. Artists normally have a gauge of what's going on in society. And I think that if he's serious about it, then he can change it. You ain't necessarily got to make him a conscious rapper, but conscious of what's going on and knowing when, like if you got a little child in the room, I'm not going to cuss in front of the little child. So just being smart and growing as an artist, I think that's what he needs. And I think there needs to be a balance in hip-hop. I've been singing that since started hip-hop. There needs to be a balance. And once we have a balance, then kids have decisions to know that they can be multiple things besides just rapping or other things. They can know that I don't have to just be like Lil Wayne to be successful. I hope that he can at least take this first step to verbally acknowledge it and they sit down with somebody and say what was in his mind, how did he feel. Let us know, because we can bring you back. But like my granddaddy always said, if you dance with the devil, don't get mad when he feel on your booty because he's not a gentleman. So I just want people to understand that if he's serious about it, then that statement he did, and come back with follow-up. It's like retention. We need retention in this. If he can come back and say, hey, this is why I felt this way, and maybe the Trayvon Martin may have opened him up a little more, the case may have opened him a little more, but we got to right now, like you say, realize that we're on the same team, and right now the black community is like at the bottom, like you said, and nobody cares really about us. If we don't care, then it's just going to be, we're going to be lost, and everybody else, whether it be Hispanic and other people, are going to continue to rise. And the irony of that is all the things that was fought for in the 50s and 60s is going to waste right now. So I just hope that people can open their eyes up to that. And as far as that, I must speak on this Al Sharpton thing. He got some explaining to do as far as I'm concerned when it comes to that little mix. But for Lil Wayne, I think that if he's sincere, then follow up what you just did with that. And then, hey, we'll open you, we'll work in you, and we can do the thing. We can get on with the business.
All right. Well spoken. I hope that this is a good first step, and I congratulate Wayne on making a good decision. It was a good business decision. Hopefully, he meant it. I just think he's a better man than that. When I listen to him talk and I look at him up close, I don't see the cartoon character that he's become. I actually see a man. I see an intelligent man. You know, when I really watch him closely on TV shows and whatnot, I see a man who actually is probably more intelligent than I am. You know, I'm a college professor, but I don't think Lil Wayne's a dumb person. So, you know, I want him to understand that I don't hate him, but I love my children so much that I don't care who you are. I'm going to fight you and you know, and fight you to the death if you are trying to harm my kids, and we just can't have this nonsense anymore. It's just ridiculous. So, thank you very much, Vigilante. I really appreciate your time.
Okay, my brother.
And thank you all for checking us out at yourblackworld.com. And until we meet again, please stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. We are gone.